Hello and welcome back. Amber here, and at the Tudum Netflix event, actors came on stage, talked a little bit about the show, and released an official teaser trailer of Three Body Problem, based on the first book of the Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy. And I have to say, for as long of a wait that it's been, the visuals are what I expected. It looks very good. A big chunk of the story deals with virtual reality gameplay, which requires lots of CGI, and this isn't easy to convey with or without buckets of Hollywood money. So here's everything I've been able to piece out from the teaser and the Tudum event with the cast. But before I begin, this video is going to talk about the books. So if you haven't read the first book of the series, I'd say enter at your own risk. I don't want to spoil anything, and as vague as I am, you cannot unpack the teaser without giving away some of the book knowledge. So you've been warned, and let's get into it. So the teaser opens up with a narration by the late Carl Sagan, which is a perfect fit and really amps up the intrigue. But for people who haven't read the books, it has to be completely impossible to convey any sense of the plot, any meaning of the scenes that play out, so it looks like Netflix is taking a very mysterious approach to its marketing. Is it sci-fi? Is it a thriller? Is it a mystery series? Is it all of the above? It's a nice hook and tactic, and the non-spoiler synopsis by Netflix is this. A young woman's fateful decision in the 1960s China reverberates across space and time to a group of brilliant scientists in the present day. As the laws of nature unravel before their eyes, 5 former colleagues reunite to confront the greatest threat in humanity's history. Now, speaking of their marketing, I've also noticed that the official Twitter account has been spouting off cryptic responses to comments on the teaser. They are almost playing the online part of Trisolaris, which is hilarious. Well played, Netflix. Well played. It appears that the biggest change to the story will be that instead of the book character, Wang Miao, we are going to have a larger group of scientists taking his place and offering up more points of view. This actually might help a bit with the pacing, so I'm excited to see where that goes. So the teaser opens up with Ye Wenxia at Red Coast Base. Then we see a flashback of the struggle session in which she witnesses the atrocities done to her father in the name of anti-intellectualism. More overhead scenes of radar peak are shown, which again, the visuals look incredible here. We have John Bradley, who plays Jack Rooney in what looks like an Eastern-inspired outfit, while he inspects an insect. This makes me question if this part of the story is taking place in China or actually taking place during one of the virtual reality 3-body gameplay sessions. We have our first look at the ship Judgment Day, which is incredibly exciting. The Judgment Day plot of the books is one of the big climaxes, and given the visuals already looking great, I have a feeling that this is a moment that could really deliver. We also have our first glimpse of Benedict Wong, who plays fan favorite character Detective Shi Quang, or De Shi, and he shines a flashlight over a sequence of numbers written in a countdown. And I have to stop and make a pause here because after watching the Tencent adaptation with Hue Yu as De Shi, I thought I was going to have a very hard time imagining anyone else as the character, but Benedict Wong really looks great. He's a little bit gruff, and I think he's going to nail these trademark quirks and sarcastic playfulness of the character. We then see actor Alex Sharp, who plays the show-only character of Will Downing, walking in front of what looks like a projection of warriors. He pauses and looks around the building that he's in, and is this a museum setting? Is this possibly the location where the Chinese Battle Command Center is set up? Are we going to even have a Chinese battle command center? Is it going to be a European battle command center? I have so many questions. Then we have a shot of the actress Jess Hong, who is playing the role of Jin Chang outside a temple within what I'm assuming is the three-body game. The logo on the door looks cool, and this matches the logo that Neflix is using for the social media accounts. Her shirt collar also matches the one John Bradley is wearing in the previously mentioned insect scene. So it looks like this is the official outfits for the gameplay segments. It's a bit rustic and I think it looks nice. Then we have a Trisolaran hand as it rehydrates. Very cool. Another shot of Jin Chang as she puts on the VR headset. The headset looks a little lacking in my opinion, but at the same time, it's probably much more comfortable for the actors to wear than what I had envisioned in my head. So it is a very minor criticism. So far, I'm enjoying all of the scenes of the gameplay. The pyramid looks really nice with the single skeleton of a dead tree. The landscape looks very arid and dangerous, and it really shows the apparent struggle of what the Trisolarans are going through. Then we have the scene of a woman walking over lava towards a pair of people in a Gothic-style platform. Now, this appears to be the character of Sophon, which would be a dramatic shift from the books. The character doesn't appear until much later in the story, but I have a hunch that she's being introduced early, and I don't think the show is going to merge books here and fast forward to Death's End, but instead bring Sophon in early as an in-game avatar. All of the scenes that she's in have 12th to 16th century architecture, which points to actual gameplay and not scenes from the future. We have the horse on fire scene, always cool to see. Then there is this blue futuristic mechanical structure, which I'm a little bit unsure of. Is this the birth of the Sophons? Drop a comment here because I really want to know what everyone else sees. I also have no clue what this scene is here where the woman is leaping off a structure to her demise. Is this a scientist who has seen too much? Is this perhaps someone taking on a similar role of Yang Dong? Is this the background of a particle accelerator? Again, leave me a comment because I want to know what everybody's theories are here. The teaser slows down for a moment on a finger pushing a button, which it's such a pivotal moment, the moment that kicks it off. It's really fun to see. And the narration follows along saying, "Life looks for life." And then, total mayhem. We have scenes of the Great Rift play out with soldiers and horses being sucked up into the air, and it looks really good. I really feel for those who didn't read the books and watched this teaser because it looks totally unhinged with all of the different spannings of time and looks and eras and concepts. The last shot is of Sophon slicing through a body as blood splatters. And again, it is unhinged in the best way possible. Now, this is a show that I've been really excited about because it's one of the most imaginative science fiction series I've ever read. The story offers up a lot of mystery and conspiracy and secret government organizations and deep philosophical concepts and heaps of existential dread. I personally wouldn't call the story hard sci-fi, but it does skirt the borders of hard sci-fi and also horror, but not in a typical way. Characters are placed in heartbreaking situations and moral quandaries, leaving them feeling completely overwhelmed by life's uncertainties when it's revealed just how little control they really have. The main worry that I have with the Netflix adaptation is that it won't have enough episodes to really convey these deep themes. The IMDb account lists 8 episodes, which I feel is pretty standard for a Netflix show, but it also allows them to put a big budget to use. So a little give and take here. I enjoyed the 30 episode Tencent adaptation. The pacing was much slower than what I'm used to, but in a sense, it really was a one-to-one adaptation. Netflix seems to be going in a different direction. I expect much more spectacle and shock value, cherry picking the most impactful moments and giving the audience what they can typically expect with a Western series. Lots of mystery and drama and big budget visuals. And I'm not saying that either adaptation is the correct way to do things, but just that we're going to have major stylistic differences. From what I can tell, David Benioff and Dan Weiss really have what it takes to do a great adaptation when there is ample source material, which Three Body Problem has. Most of the scenes that are shown in this teaser are instantly recognizable, and even though there are character changes from the books, these are all top-tier actors who can really deliver, so I'm really excited to see all of their performances. Mainly, the biggest hope that I have is it is picked up for a second season, because book 1 is essentially just a prologue before everything gets wild. These concepts are incredibly powerful, so here's hoping we get more info in the months to come, and we will just have to wait and see when it airs in January. So that's about it for this video. Be sure you like it, and I'll cover more of this series in the future. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you back next time with more Three Body Problem content.